Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, it's actually time for me to do my first video game trailer because the trailer for the Resident Evil 3 remake dropped today. Now, just to let y'all guys know, not only do I actually like horror movies or anything horror related, I also love video games. And one of my favorite games that I played throughout my lifetime is the Resident Evil series. Back when the first Resident Evil first came out, all the way up until they finally got Resident Evil 7. Now, I have not played Resident Evil 7, but I tend to finally do get Resident Evil 7. But the main thing I want to make this announcement was the remake for Resident Evil 3 dropped today. Now, obviously, for them to have this game come out this fast, it's going to be released, I believe, in April 3rd of next year, if I got my release dates correct. It's obvious that they had this game in development the minute after they released the remake of Resident Evil 2 in January of this year, because there's simply no way in the world they could get the game out this quickly. Basically, I think, and I've heard other people say this, is that obviously that they use same developmental team that did the Resident Evil 2 remake, and also some new developers came on board, so that way, as you can see in the trailer, most of the graphics and how the engine looks and the gameplay is similar to the Resident Evil 2 remake. So you gotta give Capcom credit. They knew what they were doing. They knew how people wanted the remake for Resident Evil 2. We saw how great and fantastic that game was. As a matter of fact, some people were already putting images of the Nemesis monster in front of Mr. X in some of the game walkthroughs that I saw, which I thought was quite funny. So I knew eventually Capcom had to come out and release Resident Evil 3. Alright, time to get the trailer started in 3, 2, 1.
I've never seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep this week.
You gotta stay strong. Okay, don't give in to fear out there, right?
How did this
All right,
happen?
calm down, buddy, calm down.
Send reinforcements!
No! Wait! Hurry up!
Get off! Get
Help me!
Sorry, run! No fun time to fall now. Get your ass up. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, move your ass. Combo. Oh shit.
Jill, over here!
Here she is.
What the hell? How could this many people be infected?
This city is completely cut off, isolated.
Don't look at me like that, alright? I'm not infected.
But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town.
Here's a
Really a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
There's Carlos.
Star's office has to be in this direction.
Gets worse every night.
They don't want the world to know what they've done.
Oh, my head.
What's wrong with Umbrella?
Get in!
I can't stop them all!
You gotta get out of there!
You guys are the ones who caused all of this!
No, wait!
Oh, come on.
We've gotta be dreaming.
Commitment, honesty, integrity, these are the core values that create the foundation for Umbrella Corp.
Uh-oh. Well, there you have it. That's the trailer for a Resident Evil 3 remake. I like some of the changes that they have. Obviously, they made Jill look more I guess you could say more presentable. She still has the same type of blouse on, but she doesn't have the skirt on it with the sweater folded around, so she looks a little more. I guess you could say more badass, as you want to say it like that, because that's one of the good things. Obviously, we saw Carlos in there. He's got a lot of hair. As we saw, some of the people had released some of the images, I think last week or early this week, before they announced the trailer and they announced the release date of Resident Evil 3 remake. We saw some of the other players that we've known from the game. I think it was Nikolai. We saw some images. Might have been Leon. Might have been oh boy, my brain is going to Ada. Looks like we saw Ada there. We saw some other images there. We didn't get to see little snippets of Nemesis, which I think is great. Now, of course, like I said before, if you've seen the internet and if you've seen other YouTube channels, they have released images of what the Nemesis monster is supposed to look like in the remake. And to me, he looks a bit more menacing. He looks a little bit more scary. He's got bigger teeth. Everything they've done so far is great, and hopefully they'll keep the gameplay just like they did with the Resident Evil 2 remake. I know they're going to make some subtle changes as far as plot-wise is concerned, but it looks like it's basically going to be the same plot that we saw in Resident Evil 3. So I have to stand corrected. The game is actually coming out on March the 4th of next year. So I'm very looking forward to seeing this game and playing this game because I love Resident Evil. It's one of my favorite games that I play because I am in survival horror. It's one of the games I played since this game came out. I actually have all the games except for Resident Evil 7. I will finally get a chance to play it. I really wasn't a good fan of Resident Evil 7. That's why, because it kind of strayed off from the past. I think what they wanted to do with Resident Evil 7 was return back to survival horror roots, because not really one likes Resident Evil 6, I myself included. But I am glad that they finally decided to go ahead on and remake Resident Evil 3. Hey, look, I mean, come on, Capcom's not stupid. Look how well they did with Resident Evil 2. That's what people wanted, and now we're going to get it. So that's it. That's basically what to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, and also leave your comments down below if you are interested. I mean, did you like the trailer? What you didn't like about the trailer? Are you looking forward to seeing Resident Evil 3 remake? And what are your feelings about survival horror and Resident 3 all together? Please comment below as well. So once again, I thank you for watching. All my social media links will be down in the comment section below. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. Nemesis, take us home. We're out.
Stars.